Coming up on Grady Newsource, car break-ins killing the holiday cheer.
It's Christmas. You know, it's about the season of giving, not stealing.
A look at poverty rates in Athens.
In a rich society, the pressure to not appear poor is quite great.
And what people are doing in the community to combat this problem.
It's a wonderful Christmas present for the family.
This is Northeast Georgia's only local source for TV news. From the Grady College at the University of Georgia, this is Grady Newsource.
Good evening and welcome back to Grady Newsource for the last time this semester. I'm Kat Hendrick, and tonight it's time for Northeast Georgia to gear up for the holidays. If you're looking for something the entire family can enjoy, the annual Downtown Parade of Lights is back this Thursday. Let's go to Grady Newsource reporter Tasia Harper, who's live where the parade will kick off.
Yes, that's right, Kat. I'm standing next to City Hall where a portion of the parade will take place. And this year's theme is Home for the Holidays. Now, this Christmas tree behind me may not be screaming holiday cheer, but don't worry because soon it'll be lit up and it'll have you in the holiday spirit. Downtown Athens is known to be the scene for many different things, but this Thursday, the area will be dedicated to all things holiday. The annual Downtown Parade of Lights is back in the classic city, welcoming everyone home for the holidays. Crews have already been out working to make this year's parade one to top the charts. The parade will start here at the corner of Hancock Avenue and Pulaski Street. And it'll end right here at City Hall with the lighting of this big great Christmas tree by yours truly, Santa Claus. If you aren't familiar with the downtown area, the parade will follow this exact path, heading towards Clayton Street, crossing over College Avenue, turning on North Thomas Street, and ending at the corner of East Washington. People sitting along the parade can expect to see a wide range of organizations walking in it, including Athens Pride, the Clark County Sheriff's Office, and the Classic City Majorettes. The parade will start at 7 and will be in effect rain or shine. There will also be many other organizations involved in the parade, so this one may not be one you want to miss. And as you know, with special events, there's going to come heavier traffic, limited parking, and a lot of other stuff. So to keep you updated on all that information, visit www.athensclarkcounty.com/parade. Live in downtown Athens, Tasia Harper, Grady Newsource.
Thanks so much for that, Tasia. It should be an exciting one. One local potter and artist is busy making 175 handmade Christmas ornaments for an upcoming tree lighting, and he says it's
important to me because, well, I was contacted to be the first, and so that's a pretty nice honor to have, and able to showcase my work. You know, so that's it's always amazing.
This is the first year that a local artist is creating a commemorative ornament at the annual downtown tree lighting in Watkinsville. This year's Christmas parade and tree lighting is on December 14th from 3 to 6 p.m. in downtown Watkinsville. Police are getting a lot of help from people because of technology from home cameras. Grady Newsource reporter Francisco Guzman says that they are now looking for your help.
It's Christmas. You know, it's about the season of giving, not stealing.
Neighbors say this is usually a peaceful neighborhood, but Victoria Shutbell says it's the second time this year robbers have broken into cars.
We get complacent and you get busy with your kids coming home from work and you go inside and you just forget to lock your cars, so shame on us.
She says the robbers even had time to steal from the same cars more than once.
They came to our house twice.
Belle hopes they are caught soon and that she has her stolen items returned.
You keep going around and doing the crime, you're either going to end up arrested or dead.
Francisco Guzman, Grady Newsource.
If you have any information on the suspects, contact the Barrow County Sheriff's Office at 770-307-3081. A local man knows all about being at the right place at the right time, and in fact, it has led him to save 3 people from choking.
I broke down in tears at the stop sign about 2 minutes from the house. The adrenaline had worn off. I started to realize the scope of, what had taken place, and realized then that, we were 10 or 15 seconds from losing her.
For more on Greg Mathis and his story, and to find out what to do in case of a choking emergency, look out for an article on GradyNewsource.com. And don't forget that today it's Giving Tuesday, and this holiday season we are looking at how people give their time and energy to help others.
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
Start a story. Adopt at theshelterpetproject.org.
I love
Can we get strawberries? Okay.
If Black Friday shopping is too stressful and you don't want to get caught at the mall on Christmas Eve, you may want to consider donating to your loved one's favorite charities as a holiday gift. Nonprofits all around the world are calling upon your kindness this Giving Tuesday. Grady Newsource reporter Ashley Soriano is here to share more about those in need in the Athens-Clarke community.
No matter what they take from me.
This is Robert Smith's home today, so affording meals during the holidays is out of the question. Instead, he joins local organizations for dinner like he did on Thanksgiving. Mary Kaplan also knows what it's like to be in need.
Growing up in a working class family, my mom was a single mom, my parents were divorced, and she worked kind of typical low-wage, female-oriented jobs.
Situations like Kaplan's are not unusual, not in a county that has a poverty rate higher than the state average. The poverty rate in Georgia declined for the 4th consecutive year, but Clarke County's remains much higher. Clarke County has triple the percentage of poverty compared to the nation. The median household income is $34,000, and a living wage for one adult with one child is $40,486 after taxes. But the way poverty is calculated in the U.S. doesn't tell the whole picture.
You can be working full-time. You can have 2 parents working full-time, and depending on the number of children you have, you can still be poor.
If you shopped till you dropped on Black Friday, now's your chance to give back. Today is Giving Tuesday, and a few local nonprofits are stepping up to the plate to make sure everyone has a nice holiday season. Sparrow's Nest, a Christian ministry, is asking for people to sponsor someone to gift them something special. In the Athens area homeless shelter is asking for gift card donations. And of course, Athens has its own way and systems in place so you can give back. I'm Ashley Soriano with Grady Newsource.
Today is Georgia's most popular day of the year to give, and you can visit gagives.org to donate to local nonprofits or givingtuesday.org for more ideas on how to help. When a woman saw refugee children in her church with insecure rent situations, she set out to build homes for them and many others in her spare time. Grady Newsource reporter Alexandra Rios tells us how this is possible.
Painting doors and sweeping floors in order to finish Madison County's Habitat of Humanity 9th house. Community members, including past recipients who have families and careers that they pursue outside of Madison County's Habitat, come to help. After Ruthie Holloman learned that the refugee kids she teaches were in need of housing, she became really interested.
And I just have known about Habitat for forever and know that we don't have good affordable housing in Madison County. I just wanted to be a part of helping solve that problem.
But even with helping hands like Holloman's, building houses takes money. This year, the president of Madison County's Habitat, John King, says the organization is thankful to the Jackson's EMC Foundation. That group gave a $15,000 grant to Habitat.
And I'm happy to tell you that we plan to have this house completed mid-December, and we hope to close and allow the family to move in just before Christmas of this year.
Alexandra Rios, Grady Newsource.
The group has been building homes in Madison County for nearly a decade now.
I'm Alexandra Rios, and I'm going to tell you about the 5-day forecast that's coming up. On Thursday in particular, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the downtown parade, and then on Saturday, I'm going to tell you about the weather in Atlanta because of game day.
Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why did the girl ask the mushroom to dance? Because he was a fun guy. What do you call a pig that knows karate? Pork chop. So how does a tissue dance? Put a little boogie on it.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. And as soon as I start to make my breakfast, Hamilton is right there. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. I mean, look at this little face. How could you not love him?
And now, the weather.
Hi, I'm Alex Rios, and this is your forecast for the week. I'm going to talk a little bit about the upcoming forecast, a little bit more. On Thursday, we have the Athens Downtown Parade of Lights Festival, and then I want to talk a little bit about the game day forecast on Saturday. We're going to go ahead and go into tonight's planner. At 6 p.m., it's going to be at 57. At 9 p.m., it's going to be at 50. And at midnight, we're going to have a low of 49. The planner for tomorrow morning, 9 a.m., we're have at 39. At noon, we're going to go into 52. And at 3 p.m., we're going to go into 60. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the 5-day forecast for this week. On Tuesday, we have a high of 51 and a low of 38. On Wednesday, it's going to remain sunny, a little bit cooler, of a 63 to 41. On Thursday, it's going to be sunny as well, from 67 to 42. And then on Friday, it's going to be a little bit cloudy, around the same temperatures, 60, high of 60 and a low of 40. On Saturday, we're gonna go back to sunny. It's gonna start dropping, the temperatures are gonna start dropping to 57 to 36. We're gonna go ahead and look at the downtown parade of lights temperatures that will happen on Thursday. The parade will start at 7 p.m. When you get there, it's going to be cold, but as the night progresses, it's going to be even colder. It's gonna be sunny in the morning, and then it's gonna be cooler at night. There's no percentage chance of it raining, and the winds are gonna be around 4 miles per hour. Now, as we look into the game day's forecast on Saturday, the game is in Atlanta. It's gonna start at 4. It's going to be a high of 53. It's gonna be sunny, windy. Again, it's going to be cold, so you're gonna wanna wear your jacket. There's a 10% chance of showers, so it's very unlikely, but you might wanna bring an umbrella just in case. And the winds are it's gonna be very windy, so yes, a jacket is a must. We're gonna take a look at our low temperatures. If we get in the Gainesville, Atlanta, Athens area for the Northeast, it's gonna be ranging between 46, 45, and 49. In Athens, I'm Alexandra Rios, Grady Newsource.
Coming up next, sports anchor Eric Solorzano and I will tell you everything you need to know about the SEC Championship game this weekend.
What to expect when you're expecting
Like here.
a teenager.
Today, I'm going to show you how to team-proof your home. First step, hide the car keys, preferably somewhere they would never look. Challenges will come up. Be ready for them. Hi, honey. Ready for the...
Mom, you don't use mannequins in the mannequin challenge.
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Did you hear about the pony with a sore throat? He was a little horse. Can I tell you a cat joke? Just kidding. Why couldn't the Why was the basketball court all wet? Why? Because the players kept dribbling all over it. Where do cats go on vacation? New York.
Did you know parking over tall, dry grass can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
And now, sports.
Against not all odds, but probably a lot of them, Georgia football has secured its spot in the Georgia Dome for the SEC Championship this weekend. The Dogs are set to kick off against LSU, and joining me here in the studio is sports anchor Eric Solorzano. Eric, what do you think we have to expect this weekend?
Well, it's often said that the best defense is a good offense, but I think in this case, the best defense the Dogs have against LSU is the best defense. And I'm not the only one. Coach O said in a teleconference this past Sunday that this team will be the best defense they play all year.
Some pretty high praise for Coach Smart and the rest of his team, right?
Absolutely. Georgia is nationally ranked 4th in total defense and 2nd in scoring defense, allowing a mere 10.4 points on average per game. These are obviously some pretty good stats to have in their back pocket, but they have yet to face an opponent quite like LSU. They're averaging 48.7 points per game and are ranked 2nd in best scoring offense. So this is probably one of the only times Georgia's defense will really get to pick on someone their own size.
And with both teams ranked in the top 4 according to the College Playoff Committee, there's a lot more on the line than just conference bragging rights. So kickoff is this Saturday at 4 p.m. and you can catch the game on CBS Sports.
When it comes to sports, there are a lot of affordable options for children in the U.S. to play. But for those with a passion for soccer, the cost of turning your child's dream into a profession can cost more than some families can afford.
If you're only picking the best 20, what about the other 5,000 kids that are 17 years old that are missing that elite training?
Soccer in the States is rising in popularity. But for kids who want to become the next star and improve America's presence on the international stage, it comes at a great cost.
One thing that will hinder the popularity and develop is just the pay-to-play model that we have. Youth soccer costing $500 to upwards of $1,500 for one season.
Coach Chris Akins is the men's varsity head coach at Clark Central High School. He knows the game and the cost. Club soccer across the nation is expensive. Here in Athens, for example, costs range between age groups, but can be up to $1,150 a season just in fees.
It's so popular in other countries because they don't charge as much, and most of them it's actually free to play youth soccer.
If you want to be the next American soccer star, parents will have to pay thousands of dollars for the best experience and the best chance to go pro. University of Georgia men's club soccer goalie Jake Byer knows this situation all too well.
I did play for a team, Decatur DeKalb YMCA, and we had most of the guys on the team could not afford paying. Probably like 70% of the team was on like a scholarship to play.
Akins has experienced the effect of the pay-to-play model, an experience he says will hinder U.S. child soccer development if things don't change.
Especially when it becomes like a tie game with 10 minutes left, the players who have those built connections in their brain from growing up playing youth soccer already know what to do in those big situations. But if you haven't put yourself through the game experience, you don't know what it's like to be tied with 10 minutes left with a bunch of pressure.
Eric Solorzano, Grady Newsource. If you'd like to learn more about the different youth soccer programs and their costs before signing up, visit the Georgia Soccer website.
As the Georgia High School Football Championships get closer, many teams are reminded of one of the most beautifully frustrating aspects of sports, that in the end, all but one team's season will end in defeat. But for one Northeast Georgia high school, there are wins, even in the losses. Take a look.
I've known Chris forever. He's a very big guy, but I kind of feel like he's a little brother. To see him be successful is it's almost indescribable. I almost can't put it in words. I could get a little emotional, but too tough for that.
This past Friday night, the Madison County Raiders fell 41-7 to Sandy Creek in the third round of the GHSA playoffs. But before the team had even set foot on the field, history had already been made.
For those guys, those are lifetime memories. For our school system and community, it is certainly a lifetime memory.
Up until just a few weeks ago, the Madison County Raiders hadn't won a playoff game since 1982. And leading this year's charge was not just a proud coach, but a proud father as well. Coach Chris Smith played for the Raiders in the early 90s as starting quarterback and first safety. And now, his son Colby has followed in his footsteps.
I've got a younger son who's an 8th grader, who I'll have next year as a 9th grade. But, you know, with your first, it's always a lot different. And, you know, just being able to experience all these things that I've been able to experience with him, it's been very special. And to not know that I'm not going to have him on the sideline next year, you know, it's pretty emotional.
Smith has coached Colby and the rest of the class of 2020 since they were 7 years old in Youth League, which they won. He also coached them to a middle school championship and now MCHS history.
The cool thing about high school sports is the kids represent their home. They grew up in this community. The people that run the hardware store and the restaurants, they know them. It's kind of the beauty of small town America. You get a little window when you're in high school that you get to truly be kind of a hometown hero, and these young men are experiencing that. That's huge.
The semifinals for the 4A playoffs will be this Friday night with Sandy Creek at Oconee County.
Are your children in the right car seat for their age and size? Is the seat supposed to be forward-facing or rear-facing? Did they move to a booster seat too soon? It may be too late to check when you're on the road. Fortunately, you're on the couch. Car crashes are a leading killer of children 1 to 13. Don't think you know. Know you know.
I'm a single mother, and I was the main one working, so I never thought that I could go back to school, you know? My sister, my mother, everybody wanted to help me with my kids. I could not have gotten my diploma without my family.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
It's a beautiful day out here. Sunny today with light breezes, giving way to clouds in the afternoon. We could see some light precipitation to moderate precipitation later on, followed by powerful storm-like conditions. 90-mile-per-hour winds are expected. Authorities are asking everyone, stay indoors. Come on, that's it. Let's go.
In just 2 minutes, the Clark County School District should know if they need to hunt for a new superintendent. Dr. Damon Means is the current superintendent and announced his discontent with the school board and intent to resign in a November 21st school board meeting. The Clark County Board will meet tonight at 5:30, and according to a board member, Greg Davis, one of the topics they'll discuss is if Means will continue in his job. As always, the news doesn't stop here. For more information on any of tonight's stories and many more, visit GradyNewsource.com. Tonight, our class signs off for the last time. And on behalf of everyone in the newsroom, the control room, and the studio, we'd like to say thank you. Thank you for welcoming us into your communities. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to learn and to grow. And above all, thank you for trusting us with your stories. Next semester, you will have a new crew, but as always, Newsource will continue to be your source for all things Northeast Georgia. So for one last time, I'm Kat Hendrick, and this has been Grady Newsource. Have a great night, everybody. We're done!
Of the Grady College of Journalism and Mass Communication at the University of Georgia, which is solely responsible for its contents. Views expressed do not represent those of the administration nor the Board of Regents at the University System of Georgia.
Hello. Hi. I'm from Blue Hood Stone Barns. We brought a meal for you, and I'm here to serve it to you.
Okay, great. Come in.
Zucchini carbonara, made from zucchini that was harvested earlier this morning.
Again?
Hey, Dan Barber.
You have room for a little bit more?
Come on in.
Brochettes with sausage. So when we made that zucchini carbonara, you know, they're the end pieces of the zucchini, and they're the cores that we cut away, not to mention zucchini flower. Usually those get thrown out. We use them to create an entire second dish. Does that,
Again?
I'm here to bring you your third course. It's the vines from your zucchini.
We'll have a little zucchini stem pasta, a different experience of zucchini. When we start to think differently about our food, we can get a lot more out of it.
This is delicious.
What do you think we can make out of this? 40% of food in America is never eaten. Cook it, store it, share it. Visit SaveTheFood.com.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation.
America, let's do lunch.
Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
Laughing too hard at one of your colleagues' jokes at the office party? He's not even funny. Warning sign, those drinks are probably going to your head. Probably okay isn't okay when it comes to drinking and driving.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Nice.
Come on, everybody. Alrighty.
everybody is still coming up from our celebration at the Smart Board. But welcome to our final post show of the semester, our Tuesday night post show. And I did get the day right this time. I nearly said Thursday, but I didn't. Alrighty. So first of all, I hope you guys liked the graphic that I put there. Congratulations to Tuesday Thursday for surviving and making it through. I'd clap, but I'm holding a mic, so that would be a bad idea. Yeah, great job, all of you guys. You guys have grown a lot over the semester, and I'm really happy that I was able to be here and able to help you. I'm not gonna give you guys much of a critique, just because there's not really a point, because this is the last show. So really, I'm really proud of the way you guys have all grown over this semester, and I think you guys are all set to keep on growing after you leave. So I'm really proud of you guys, and I think you did a great job.
Love you, Sarah.
Love you too.
Same as Sarah. Great job, guys. You did awesome. I've had so much fun working with you all this semester. I can't wait to see where you all go. So, yay.
Kate and Sarah, thank you. And please make sure to thank every member of the crew on our behalf. And I'm really happy that you guys will be back next semester. So things will still be okay. Okay.
Okay, guys. Last go around. I think today went very smoothly. Everyone stressed me out at 4:40, but other than that, timing was really well. Sorry about having to do the 3-minute. I know you didn't want that, but it's okay. Question, what happened with your package, Eric?
I don't know because we had watched it before I exported it and everything was straight. We watched the entire thing.
It was.
And, yeah, it was just like this shot that I had is just B-roll, and it played in the middle of somewhere, but I don't know.
We'll have to go back and take a look at what exported and how we exported it.
Yeah, because we literally watched it before we exported it, and everything was good.
Weird, okay.
Very weird.
All right, well, other things. I loved your time lapse, Tasia. That was really cool. It was a cool thing to add to the package. Your live shot was amazing as always. I don't know. The rest of you did great. I can't remember everything. So, all right, yeah. So great becoming all of you guys' friends. All right.
Dodie, is that? Oh my
God.
Get back here.
Oh, we are having paper plates for you guys at later tonight, so stay tuned. I'll be doing that.
Cantrell, was that called milking it?
What, you mean when you did the stand-up?
No, that's what I was gonna say when it actually applied, but.
Oh, yeah. And I didn't know what was happening in there.
Okay, so digitally today, guys, I think we did super great. We got Katie's story on the website, and then we got lots of posts on Instagram, very Instagram-heavy day, which is fun. And we got a couple on Twitter as well. And I think we have a couple more posts on the website coming from Tyler and Nixon. Yep. And Kylie. But I'm really thankful that you guys came to me with digital stuff today, ready to get stuff out there. Made my job really easy. That's all.
So, really good job today from the entire team. Just as separate notes, Carly, Nixon, you guys were incredible together. I loved having y'all both go out, right, because you both came back with just adorable content. Kat, great job on the desk. Tasia, fantastic package. It was incredible. How did you get it so stable on the time lapse? I just expected to get motion sick, and it was amazing.
Honestly, I don't know, because it was shaky, but I guess since it was all so fast, it turned out good.
There is one thing I wanted to mention. I liked, and Cantrell has always told us to acknowledge what's around us, and I thought you did really great in your live shot because you said something about the tree. It wasn't lit right then. That was so good. So I just want to say that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I was definitely going to be confused if you didn't recognize the tree, and I'm like, why is she just in front of this? But Ashley, great job today. The only complaint that I would have from some people is it's okay to spend as much time as you have to make something great, but some of the packages should not have taken as long as they did, considering just some of the content that we had.
Calling me out.
I said no names.
You and a few others, not just you.
Yeah, no, I mean it wasn't just you, Ashley. But
Now
it
he's
was a
calling
great
me
job
out.
today. You could see the quality skyrocketed, and I think it was really cool to just see each of y'all kind of like come into your own niche just like a lot stronger. Like, you know, we can see y'all's strengths and weaknesses. We can all see each other's strengths and weaknesses on any given day. But like, it was just so really apparent today, and it was really cool to see. So, thanks to the experience, guys.
You guys are a good group, and you're a good team, and that doesn't happen by accident. It generally happens under really good leadership. Since it has not happened consistently every Newsource semester, it's not me. I do think that what has happened is when you've had people in these leadership roles, each of you has done a really good job of taking these roles seriously and taking this class seriously. You were the first person who had to produce, and I think you set a good tone for all of us. And I think, you know, completely by, you know, accident, Caroline, you know, the anti-Terra, comes behind you. So we had some really good models at the beginning of the semester, some really good models of leadership. And I want to thank both of you because you did model really exemplary leadership at the beginning of the semester, and that's important. I don't have too much to say. I really don't have anything to say. I think you guys have done a wonderful job. I think you've had great growth. I don't think that's going to really hit you until you get out into your jobs, and you're going to feel even better about yourselves. That said, most of you know what you need to work on. And also know that once it's kind of like the big marshmallow theory, which is not a theory, I just like to say it. If you take a marshmallow, like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man on Ghostbusters, oh God, okay, and you push in on a marshmallow, it's going to push out somewhere else. So there is this belief that, well, if I fix this is the only thing I've left to work on, this thing, and once I fix that, I'm perfect, I got this. And you won't. There'll be something else. And then there'll be something else. And then the technology will change, the industry will change, society change, the stories will change, you'll change. And frankly, there's no time where you'll be able to say, I got this. I do believe, though, that you're walking out of this class with the one thing that you do have, and that is the knowledge that you can walk into anything and say, I ain't got it yet, but I know I can get it. That you should have, and that I've seen in each of you. I am confident in any situation that you find yourselves in, you'll be great. Expect people to look to you guys for leadership because you guys really are multi-skilled, and not everyone is coming out of school and going out into the business. So be ready for that mantle of leadership. And I used to do this big data thing in one of my other classes where you take the numbers of college graduates, then you take the numbers of graduates from the University of Georgia, then you run that up against the population, and basically what it says is, if you're a graduate of the University of Grady College of Journalism, expect big things of yourself and be ready for big responsibilities. Okay? So I'm really proud of all of you. I think on this last day, you could have been pretty lame, but you weren't. You know, you got out there. And I liked some of the stuff that you guys did. And I think we took a few chances, and we didn't know what would work and what didn't. But I liked everything. Of course, I could make a comment about everything, but I'm not gonna. Those sheets of paper I gave you guys this morning, that's what you guys had to say about one another. And I do think you should hold on to those. And I do think there'll come a time where you'll want to unfold it and cry into it. But you'll feel better as you read it. Don't let the ink run. I don't have anything else. If you want to stop by and talk about anything, you know, I'm around. But I wish you all the absolute best. And I have every confidence that you will go out and you will give the best to other people. And I appreciate, I make fun of you guys and I tease you guys about how sappy you are. So I leave you with this. It is absolutely okay and desirable to care about and to want to change the world. That's why we're here, right? And it's absolutely okay and desirable if you just change one thing about the world. And it's absolutely okay and desirable if that one thing that you get to work on and care about and change is yourself. Okay? Let's cut yourself some slack. What?
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, I have a whole verse with that. All righty. So let's just go around real quick, and if anybody has anything that they would like to say, by all means. With relief.
I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna cry.
Okay. Maybe somebody else should go. I think that this semester taught me.
Oh no! Don't do it.
Sorry. A lot more than just about journalism. It certainly wasn't an easy semester. and Katie's losing it.
Sympathetic crier.
And I think that each and every one of you guys has made me better in some way, and for that I am very, very grateful. Okay.
You got it. I thought you got it. Okay. I just want to say thank you to both Cantrell, got it that time.
If only he were graduating in December, he could call me Dodie, but he's not.
Oh, awkward. Hit the gun there. Thank you for being such a great professor, and thank you for this class. I couldn't have asked for a better group of people to work with. So I've enjoyed learning in this class for sure, and I hope that we all stay in contact.
Yeah, I just want to thank Kentro for everything you did this semester. We did a video for you that we're gonna play after this, but
Okay, I'm a little afraid of that.
no. But I appreciate everybody in here, everyone here. You know, was a great friend during this journey, and I appreciate it.
Wipe your nose on my sleeve.
I'm not looking at you. I'm looking over here.
I want to thank Cantrell for teaching me a lot of things, in journalism related and just life related. And I want to thank all the people in here for just being very helpful. We've always been able to go to each other, and if we don't know something, it's never been any oh, you don't know this, you're dumb or whatever. It's always been very constructive environment. And I'm glad I had this class with everybody and had you as a teacher.
Oh, is it my turn? Okay. I'm just really sad today that this is our last day.
We can't tell.
No. This was. I've been looking forward to take this class since I got here, and it's really, really sad, you know?
How many job offers do you have? How many job offers? Lost count. You've done what you need to do here.
Thank you, Professor Cantrell.
I guess I'm next. I took this class at the last minute. I changed from a capstone to this class. Just wanting to challenge myself. I never thought that I'd love broadcast at the beginning. I just wanted to get out of the class so bad. But I'm glad I stuck with it. I didn't think I would learn more than just journalism skills. I've learned a lot from y'all. Like Francisco has taught me don't stress. It's not worth it. Eric has taught me patience. Alex has taught me work quicker and try to be amazing, a boss at everything. Aaron, you've taught me teamwork. All of you guys, everything. And then, ooh. Next.
Okay, I don't know if I speak for everyone here, but I was really scared to take this class. And when I walked in, I was like, oh no, I'm going to do horrible. And honestly, I think this is the best class I've taken at Grady. And it's taught me so much more than any other class. And I think all of us have become better storytellers. So I just want to say thank you. And thank you to production.
Honestly, it's crazy to think how much we've grown together, because at the beginning I didn't know like half of y'all, more than half of you guys in the beginning, and I remember walking in on the first day and just seeing so many unfamiliar faces, and now it's like I can list 10 plus things that I know about each and every one of you. So in that respect, I'm really glad I built those bonds. Let's not get rid of our group me. I want to hold you guys with me forever. But that was really loud. Professor Cantrell, I love you. I can't say more or else I'm going to cry, but I love you.
Thank you.
Some days this class has been torture, and I think we can all speak to that.
Oh, cannot. Oh,
yeah, I know. And some days it's been a straight up blessing. And I said this early on in the semester that I already know it's going to be like church camp or like going to camp. Everybody in the beginning is going to kind of stay to their own and like, you know, kind of stay in their own lane. And then at the end, we're all going to like come together and we're going to be like, oh my gosh, I wish we had another week. And as much as I don't want to say that, that's how I feel. And yeah, so.
Wait, I'll go off that. Me, Tara, and Aaron were just up here talking about how this really could have went two ways when we came in. I think we all, when we were at this table, I was like, we're either going to be so at each other's necks, competitive, trying to do everything, or we're going to become friends and work as a team. And I'm really glad it was not the latter. We all became such good, you know, teammates, everything. So I really think that if we weren't the kind of friends and worked together we would, I don't think we would even be sad right now. I think we'd be sitting here like, oh God, thank God it's over. But it really shows something. I think that we're all going to bring that with us to when we get jobs and hopefully be as good a teammate to them as we are to each other.
I want to add one more thing without tearing up. And leave me alone. Kentrell, you're the single most influential.
Don't make me cry. That will.
Single most influential professor in Grady, and I'm gonna miss you.
We all gonna miss you.
Is that like a bad influence, though?
In a good way.
Oh, okay.
This have to be on camera, on TV.
Why are the guys all crying? Oh. While Tasia catches her breath, somebody give her a Kleenex. Guys, think about all the Grady people. You know, people like Sally Yates, people like Kimmy Robach, people like, I can't even name right now because y'all have made me a little bit sad. Okay, maybe a lot. Those relationships that you have, this relationship you have right now, work on holding on to it. Work on it. It won't hold by itself. Okay? Work at it because you will need each other. And there are some people I know, I was talking to some folks from the class of 2014 who when things are bad and they are in an environment where they are trusting nothing and no one, and maybe not even themselves, they reach out and call. Because you guys are a group, you can trust each other. And that is no small thing and will become a bigger thing as you move on. Okay? So just know that. It's on you, Taj.
Okay. I guess I'm just like everybody else. I came in this class and I had a lot of insecurities.
Like every human being?
Kat, you're pretty when you cry.
It's the eyeliner, don't be fooled.
Yes.
But yeah, like on the first day, we talked and
Caesar. Caesar I will say, and I'm not going to cry, I have made a decision not to cry, but I was thinking to myself yesterday how crazy it is that like the first, oh shoot, maybe I'm going to cry, that like the first day you went around the room and like saw what made each of us special, and I didn't believe it at first, and I think that a lot of us didn't see it. And the fact that you can see somebody for 5 minutes and make an impact on their life and point out something that they don't see in themselves is such a gift. And it's a gift that I will never be able to thank you for, I will never be able to thank this university for, and I will never be able to thank you guys for. Because I think a lot of us figuring out our gifts was pulling it out of each other. Dang it.
I think you all did a great job of pulling it out of each other and of supporting each other to kind of, I think I told you guys about the book early on, Max Cleland's book, former U.S. Senator. But Max was injured in Vietnam. He has one arm and he's a triple amputee. And Max wrote a book called Stronger at the Broken Places. And I think you guys as a team have done a really good job helping each other be strong at your broken places and not feel guilty or bad that you're not that. I hope you guys will continue to celebrate the one unique, unduplicatable thing that you bring to the world and to the profession that nobody else can bring, and really nobody can. And I'm glad that you, on those things I had you fill out about each other, one person said something about another coworker and said, such and so is really talented at this, I wish I could be that. And that made me sad, and I'm gonna take that person aside and say, don't ever wish. It's just wasted. Don't wish to be something or someone that you are not. Not because you won't be and gee, that's sad, but because that energy that you have for your unique you will spend somewhere else. And then the profession, the world, yourselves, lose that one thing that you bring. And it wasn't magic that I knew that. I talked to y'all's old professors, kind of stalk you, I watch, when are they getting to Newsource? I'm gonna watch them.
Can we debunk a theory? Did you, like, Caroline and I are looking at each other. Are the classes picked?
Are the classes picked?
Do the professors pick the classes?
Do you have any say over who's in?
No, you guys pick us. I always feel bad. Fate. Yeah, no, we thought you guys picked us. We thought it was, okay, here's what I'm told. I was told that, hey, it only works out if I take you Tuesday, Thursday. Or as maybe one of you said, I had to take you because it was the only opening I had. My Monday, Wednesday, Friday was filled. But no, we don't get to pick.
Well, we have a couple of minutes left, so if anybody wants to cry some more, I welcome that. But also, can we just talk about our favorite Cantrell quotes? Because as you were saying that, all I can think about is do or do not, there is no try.
They're not going to be any with any bad words.
My favorite is taser.
I'm so glad you like it because I can hardly help myself when you do something great.
I've claimed as mine when you say you're welcome because I feel like that's our thing. So.
I think it is our thing.
For me, it's put on some bronzer. I'll take that with me for the rest of my life.
Not the little hand motion that goes with it. What's going on here?
I'll just say it's a 4-sentence conversation. Cantrell said, "Are you done?" I said, "I can't get a word in." She said, "Maybe it's because what you're saying isn't as important as what I'm saying." And I said, "You're probably right."
I don't believe I said that. I think it was you said that.
I don't mean to keep talking, but one time I cried in front of her and she said, "Quit that, that's not necessary."
Y'all are making this stuff up. Good gracious.
I always think when I'm having a hard time, I always think of those 3 words, go fight, win.
With a little cheer motion? Oh, the knees are going, I can't do it anymore.
Never say can't, never say die. Never say Never say. What is it? No, but that's a different one. She's got another one.
Never say can. Never say die.
I was right.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really know what that means. I don't know where I picked that up. I'm glad y'all remember those things. This is some of the, because there are some that are really not worth remembering.
Wait, I have a good one. It has to do with you, Ashley. Do you remember the very first day of class, and you were late a few minutes, and then when we had to stand up and say what our strengths were, you said, I think I'm really on top of things, and Kendra goes, is that why you were late to my class? But that's not my favorite. My favorite has to be said after. So
One thing, Cantrell did compliment me one time, and it made my day. Not one time, but
just the one.
Just one time. She called me controlled chaos, and I completely agree, and it stuck with me. So that's the compliment.
That's energy. You know, people who have a lot of energy and a lot of brains, which you guys have it's like nuclear energy, and nuclear energy can light the world, right? But it can also make a heck of a mess, you know, if it gets out of control.
My favorite quote, and I'm so sad that we missed our quote board because there's been such good content over the last 3 weeks. So this is a PSA to anybody in the Northeast Georgia area. If you know where our quote board is or have a spare whiteboard, we could really use it. But hands down, the best quote of the entire semester is Francisco's, I'm the best baller at this entire university.
Yes.
And then
wait, what about the, it's the Francis whenever he thought of, remember when I was like, oh, you thought of the same thing that we thought of 5 minutes ago? I think that was my favorite one. Francis was like, wait, guys, I figured it out. Like, we know.
My favorite was Alex's I asked her, when I told her, I was like, oh, you have such a pretty yellow dress on. And she was like, thanks, I would really like to be vegetarian. Completely.
Somebody tried to erase that from the quote board because they thought that it was two separate quotes. They were like, just erase the top one. And I was like, no, that's the whole thing. I would really like to be vegetarian.
Alex just bursting into laughter after I say, ask her a question. Just laughter. Okay.
I also want to thank Caroline for the work that she did in making the bowling package and the basketball package, because I think that's some of the best content we've seen all semester.
Caroline got the best memes in the group chat.
I do what I can.
I don't know about those because y'all were kind enough to not accidentally include me in the group chat. And I am grateful. Sometimes someone has inadvertently, I've inadvertently been in there and they'll forget and they'll go, and I'll go, I'm here.
Oh my God.
Hello. So words of advice to people who are going to take this next semester or ever.
It's going to suck, and then it's going to suck less, and then it's going to get really, really, really good. And then it might suck some more, but then it'll get good again.
In the end, you are your worst enemy. But you can also be your best ally.
That is profoundly important. Dang, if only we had the quote board!
I would say, like, it's simple. Like, don't be scared. There's nothing to be scared of.
Need a quote board.
I would say be yourself.
Yep.
We love you,
Al.
Yep. Dang. I went blank. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'd say just be more confident in everything you do, and then you'll thank yourself later when you come back and try to edit it.
Even on the days you don't want to work, push forward and do the work.
Don't be afraid to get to know your beat, because then they'll come to you with stories instead of the other way around. Oh, and wide, medium, tight, tight, tight.
You're actually really going to want to quit the class like I did, but keep pushing. And if, Cantrell will love you so much more if you confront her.
Cantrell's not as intimidating as she seems.
Silence.
We all
It's time
are.
for the showdown.
So that is our Tuesday night and our final
Thank you for
post
coming.
show. Good night.
You too.